I wasn't the type of kid who was fascinated by bees or by insects or by dirt. I just wasn't that kind of kid who grew up getting dirty and collecting beetles and things. I wanted to study bees a little bit more when I got older because I needed to understand that. I needed to understand why my whole family was terrified of spiders. It's like an elephant and a mouse. What is that about? Why is the elephant so scared of a mouse? Why are people so scared of a little insect? My name is Noah Wilson-Rich. I'm a founding partner and chief scientific officer here at the Best Bees Company. I founded the Best Bees Company in 2010 while I was a graduate student finishing up my PhD in biology at Tufts University. It was tricky, and I had to think about not only how to get a job, but also how to fund my research. At the time, I was really focused in on vaccines for bees, but I didn't have any funding for it, and the grants were not coming through, so I was really stuck, and I started a Facebook page. I said, thinking outside the box here, putting it out into the universe, but I'm selling beehives to raise money for research. And for the longest time, it was just my mother hitting like, and I was feeling a little bit deflated. And here we are 8 years later. Somebody did want to buy a beehive, and then another person, and then some media picked up stories. I got invited to do a talk at TEDx Boston that got picked up by the TED organization and went viral. That led to a book deal with Princeton University Press, and now we're a national multi-million-dollar company. Bee populations are challenged. There's a really big problem right now in terms of stability. For bee populations, we see on average around 40% of beehives are not making it to the next year. This is insane. If you think about 40 to 44% of people not surviving to next year, then you really have a sense of this problem. It is not sustainable. We need to increase bee populations in a way that's really going to preserve our future human generations. So what we're finding is that there's 8 times greater habitat diversity here in the city of Boston compared to a local suburb. Bees are doing better here. There's 411 different flowering plant species for bees to feed on. So if you picture going to a buffet as a human and you think, what am I going to eat? Well, there's 411 different foods at this buffet here in Boston versus a place like Duxbury, south of Boston. They have 52 different flowering plant species, and the bee health is not as strong there. Bees don't make as much honey, they don't survive the winter as long, and we also believe that they're not as biodiverse. In cities, really in 9 cities across America now, the Best Bees Company is looking at our data, and we see that bees are thriving in cities. As strange as urban beekeeping might seem, it's actually better for bees. Anybody who eats food needs bees, so this is something we need to pay attention to. This urban beekeeping thing, it's not promoting aggressive animals coming into our cities. It's not promoting wasps and yellow jackets and hornets at all. It's promoting these vegan garden pollinators that we really rely upon. And we're finding out more and more that bees rely upon us humans for their own health as well. So just as flowers and bees co-evolved 100 million years ago, we're really in that same situation now with humans and bees. So we really need to pay attention to this relationship if we humans are going to have food in the future.